Hi, I'm Mary Kopczynski, the CEO of Regulators. Happy Valentine's Day, and here's your update of the week's 24,137 alerts. I seriously cannot wait for this weekend because most of the state legislatures will be done with the bulk of their activity. Thankfully, there were only 5,471 bills introduced this week. New York and Illinois were in the lead, but only with about 800 bills each. The regulator of the week is the U.S. Department of Justice. 2 Amazon marketplace sellers and 4 companies pled guilty to price fixing. Got 'em! Except that they were price fixing the price of used DVDs and Blu-ray discs, and I thought to myself, I didn't even know people still use theirs. The topic of the week is digital assets, of course, starting with Kraken. Here's the thing. I saw this coming. There were questions coming out about this type of digital asset in California and Texas maybe 9 months ago. Fast forward to FTX, and you could pretty much guess that anything looks scary is going to have a consequence. Well, Kraken paid the price, $30 million fine, but worse, they had to shut it down. Hester Pierce did not like this, and I have to agree with her, is that it's ridiculous for the SEC to shut these guys down for the crime of failing to register when the SEC simultaneously is hardly allowing any digital asset registrations to make it through the process at all. There's not only a backlog, but an outright rejection of some of these business types. And it's a shame because these are useful products with a real market. Anyway, that's my view. I don't often give my view, but there you go. You have it. Speaking of digital asset fines, there was a $22.5 million multi-state securities settlement against crypto platform Nexo Capital for unregistered offers and sales of securities. To that end, Texas also put out a proposed bill this week about commingling of funds by digital asset service providers. Meanwhile, Iowa put out a bill on the legality of smart contracts and digital ledger technology within the state. Illinois put out a bill that would amend the election code, and this was interesting. This is a Class A misdemeanor if a person with intent to injure a candidate for election or to influence the result of an election publishes a deep fake video within 30 days of the election. Maryland put out a bill that would make it illegal for anyone to create artificial intelligence software that can cause physical injury or death. Oklahoma Department of Securities has proposed a Second Amendment Financial Privacy Act, which would prohibit financial institutions from disclosing certain informations. And speaking of data privacy, the Pakistan Senate has out a Personal Data Protection Act that extends to the whole of Pakistan, and it will apply where anyone collects personal data of any person or company within the territory of Pakistan. We got a few crazy alerts from California, and they're crazy in that they're uncharacteristic of California. Both are from the Central Valley Flood Protection Board, starting with a very small town, Grayson, population of 1,300, had almost no damage from the crazy floods last month. In looking at this, scientists now think it's because a bunch of former farmland was actually restored to be a natural floodplain. And then, get this, the board also published that experts do not think the recent storms are because of global warming. They think it happened because of California's aging flood infrastructure and was thus preventable. Also out of character this week, Texas is taxing things. What are they taxing? Electric vehicles. Last but not least this week, the Nevada State Senate yesterday had a hearing on a revision of the gaming rules, especially in relation to employees. So keep your eyes on those Vegas casinos. And that's it this week for Regulators. Join me every Wednesday for your dose of regulatory news.